Alright guys, so now let's finish up our first lesson of this unit. So we did a whole bunch of work with sets. Now what we need to do is finally finish it up with probability. As I mentioned, probability has a lot to do with counting. So to determine the probability, we're going to use the following equation. Basically what we've got to do, we'll have the probability of whatever event we're looking for. What we do is we take the desired outcomes. So we count how many of them would give us what we actually want, and we divide that by the number of total outcomes. Okay, so what do we mean by that? So if we look at this example, imagine we're rolling a six-sided dice. We want to calculate the probability of rolling the following. So if we think about all of our possibilities, we could call this our universal set because it's what we're going to be looking at. We can roll a 1, we can roll a 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6. Those are all of our possibilities. So that's our total number of possibilities. So each one of these we're going to divide by 6. Okay, and now if we look at this first one, probability of rolling a 3 will only, I need to change how big that is. Let's go 12, why not? So the probability of rolling a 3, well, only one of those possibilities, one of those outcomes gives us a 3, so we'll have a 1 out of 6 probability, or we'll change that to a percent and be 16.66%. Okay, probability of a 6. So here we are, only one possibility of a 6, so we got a 1 out of 6 chance, which is again a 16.66%. Okay, if we keep going here, a 2 union 3, or we can read this as a 2 or a 3. So how many of those give us a 2 or a 3? So we got one that gives us a 2, one that gives us a 3. So we'd have a 2 out of 6 chance, or 1/3, which is 33.33%. Alright, so that's how we're doing this, counting up the total, counting up our desired, and then seeing what we get. So 1 or a 6, we can roll a 1, which gives us one possibility. 6, which gives us 2, so again it's 2 out of 6. We get 1/3, which is 33.33%. Okay, now we get into some of the tricky ones, a 3 and a 4. So this is saying, what's the probability with one dice roll that we roll a 3 and a 4? So it has to be both of those. So we can kind of think about this one logically, or if we look at our total possibilities here, do any of those possibilities, because remember each one is one possibility, do any of those 6 possibilities give us 3 and 4? We can get a 3 or we could get a 4, but there's no way we could get both. So this would be 0 out of 6, which is 0%. Or thinking about this logically, if we roll a 3 on the dice, is there any way that could also be a 4? No, because a 3 is a 3. And if we roll a 4 is a 4. It's not going to become a 3. Okay? And then we have probability of 2 prime, which means probability of, basically it's not rolling a 2. So if we just take out our 2, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we get 5 out of 6, which is roughly 83.33%. Oop. Oh, I don't know what I just did. Well, let's get back there. There we go. Now we're back. So we can roll a 2 there. Alright. So this is, these next ones get a little tricky. We got 2 or 3 primes. So basically it's what's our probability of not rolling a 2 or a 3. So of not rolling a 2 or a 3, we can roll a 1, we can roll a 4, we can roll a 5, and we can roll a 6. So that would give us a 4 out of 6 chance of not rolling a 2 or a 3, which is 2/3, which is 66.66%. And lastly, we have probability of rolling basically a 1 or a 3 or a 5. So we could roll a 1, that works. We could roll a 3, that works. And we can roll a 5. So we have a 3 out of 6 chance, which is 1/2, which is 50%. Okay? Alright, so that's how we do probability. Please let me know if you have any questions, and we'll see you in our next video.